a Week 2 showdown in the NFC. San Francisco leads the series 19-14, but Philly's won 7 of the last 9. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's next.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory. Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. For Charles' first drive here, a little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That catch good for only a couple. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Well, Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 9. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
We can't have that.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. Shoves him aside. Able to push his way through. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Newton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 19 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They go play action with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Boston Scott, the one he was looking for that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. Greg Ward, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They got to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
84 yards rushing for him now to this point. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders. as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Sermon, they'll try the left side with it. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Newton. Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Newton now to throw. That's into the hands of Dwelly.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They give the Sermon out of the gun, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Up to make the play, Alex Singleton, the Eagles' leading tackler last year. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in the defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
From the 38, Newton. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Newton. And that is incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
To try again after the sack. Newton complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman will have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now left side on the swing pass. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Flush to his right. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Smith with a grab. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now we have Kelsey, slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's caught on the right side, it's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's Ward, complete right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll buy some time right. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action with Hurts. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They fake the give. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And what a great call defensively there, because they decided to bring pressure off the corner. And a lot of times, those big linemen, they can't account for the speed of a defensive back. And that time, he made a beeline right for the quarterback and got it. The cat blitz, tough to defend.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 113 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. When we clip out the box score, nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Third down here. Throwing is Hurts. But that's complete to Sanders. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And that is going to do it.